War. War never changes. At least, I've heard that many times. Senseless destruction of innocent people, their lives, ideas and hopes. Same thing happened to my family. I last saw them on the 20th of October, but they should be probably dead by now. Everybody hopes that that isn't the case, but as far as I know, Hamburg was burned down by an atomic flame. Just like every other goddamn place in the world as it seems. But I'm getting off track. I'm writing this out of my shithole of a living space, with a total of 3 walls located in the former beautiful city of New York, which was torn to shreds too, from the vast subways to the marble-filled financial district up to the once sight-dominating skyscrapers. It's a living hell, our living hell. Our, you might ask. Well, I'm not alone. My crew members are here too. When I last saw my beautiful wife, Anna, we departed from the Hamburg docks. I wish I had never left. Maybe I could have died with her, together. And now, I'm here in this godforsaken land filled with mutilated and mutated creatures and savages. But enough self-pity. My crew members and I, a total of about 24 people, departed from Hamburg on the 20th and began shipping our cargo to the US of A. Apparently the greatest country in the world, at least that was what I was told. It's certainly better than good old Germany, or what's left of it, because after the oil in Saudi Arabia was used up, basically everything in Europe collapsed. The Commonwealth wanted to cooperate with the US, but they declined. They were too busy annihilating commies that time. Well, after that, the Commonwealth split it into 1,000,000 pieces. First the Brits, then the French, and in 2076 the Bavarians too. After a while, everyone declared war on each other, for some reason. Luckily, I dodged the draft, or I could have been sent straight to the fields of Verdun, just like my great-great-great-grandfather. What a fool. So I dodged the military, but instead I had to do civil service. Luckily, my father was already an experienced captain and fisherman, so I stepped right into his footsteps, sort of. So after a few days in international waters, we tried to send out our coordinates to NY Harbor, so they could prepare for our arrival. We tried again a few hours later, but there was no response that day. It was a strange occurrence all around. We thought the radio broke, so everyone worked without any music and got used to it. We felt like cut off from the entire world, but we didn't worry. It was probably just a technical issue, said our head electrician, Wolfgang. After a few days, we finally arrived in New York. Our analog maps still worked, thankfully. We tried to communicate in every way possible. Light signals, flags, Morse, shouting? Nothing helped on this cursed, foggy morning. Due to the lack of sight, we didn't notice that a strange landmass was closer than expected. Our captain, Christian, yeah, I think that was his name, noticed it first, but we couldn't do anything. Our huge tanker was about to crash, but thankfully, not at full speed. It was still a chaos during these few minutes, or hours, or days, I don't know. The captain and his assistants were fairly safe on the bridge, our chefs and the people under deck too. The few unlucky bastards who worked on deck didn't have a good day, though. One fell off when the boat crashed and another 2 were crushed. A multiple-ton heavy container that was loose-screwed at departure, probably. We mourned the losses and tried to communicate with NY Harbor again. Such a big accident wouldn't have gone unnoticed, so there must be some boats already on their way. That's what we thought. We waited for several hours, but all we could notice was the heavy fog, 1 meter in front of us. But when it was finally noon, the fog lightened. But the thing we saw would have been much better with fog covering it up.